Hello, fellow compatriots. This is your host, Tribuson here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Voriki, the Toa of electricity. Now, before we get into articulation and functions, first, let's figure out how tall Voriki actually is. Like 6 3/4 of an inch tall. Centimeter measurement up in the corner. Now, before I get any further, yes, Voriki is part of a new line from Ascending Depths. What we have here is a actual set for upgrading any of your custom builds. Yes, that's right. Voriki comes with 12 pieces in total with the parts pack. But the entire mock has more pieces. But what you do get with the parts pack here, as showcased in the pack on the packaging in the back here, you get the feet, anything purple here, and all of the gears, including a special piece. Part number S401. Now that is going to be featured in the shoulder there. So it has a new Technic element that has never before been seen. However, I wouldn't necessarily call it Technic. It is a Ascending Depths element, a skeletal augmentation system, if you will. Now, for articulation wise, let's go straight into it. What makes this torso build different than anything else in the past? Well, I'm about to tell you right here and now. So, articulation wise, ball joint over here at the ankles can loop back all the way, can go forward all the way. You got pretty good side to side movement. Nothing in the knees, obviously. Goes forward about this far, goes back about this far, out. Not so much range there for now. Arms, they can go back, they can forth, can loop all the way around. Hands are articulated over here. Nothing at the head. Arm on a ball joint, could swing just like so. And of course, as featured in the instructions, he does have a arm swing feature that you can access and utilize, as you can see right here. Not only that, but he has another play feature as well. If you rotate that, it can hold itself. Sometimes you may have to squeeze both ends of this just to get it to lock. The gears themselves are injection molded, so though the other elements are 3D printed, they are a very high quality. So they're not going to break as easily, and they're quite flexible. Not only that, but let's take a look at the mask here, which is a stud connection. And it's thin, but it's strong, and it's very flexible because of the print time. So you get a pretty good level of quality despite it being so thin. The mask itself, it's not going to break easily. And not only that, but you can still do the play feature of the original, and it can still tap in just like so. Now, another play feature as well, if you notice in the back here, there is a gear and a gear over here. What that means is your voodoo torso can lean forward this far and beyond, thanks to the new voodoo torso, and you can twist it to go all the way back, slowly but surely. You can make it go all the way back. Keep spinning it. Yeah, it can lean all the way back as far as you want. Now, what that means is for this character, never before, you can actually do a lot of dynamic poses now, thanks to the nature of the tilt. So now your character can, for example, sit down or Sit down properly this time. So you can have a character sit down. That's something you can do now. And it's in between the two positions. It can actually sit. The voodoo torso actually can be utilized to sit. Not only that, but this can also allow for a lot more dynamic posing as well. Let me see if I have a slight lean here. Maybe we want to do something a little bit more menacing, so... I mean, just that's an option there, and if you get the angle just right, I think that looks menacing. If I have to say, that looks pretty menacing. If you want Voriki to look menacing, they can. So that's all well and good. And not only that, but again, these parts can be utilized in many different ways outside of what the instructions tell you to do. Now, instructions-wise, the packaging comes with digital instructions for you to follow for yourself, but I will also be making a how-to video showcasing how to build Voriki.
Hello, fellow compatriots. I forgot to mention this in the video, but there will be also a exclusive shiny Voriki. What that means is that if you are lucky, you might get the chance to get your hands on a Voriki with a very unique and particular shade of purple. Yes, that's right. So it will be different than the one in the video in terms of color, but it's still the same shade of purple, just in a different hue. However, not only that, but I found this kind of peculiar as well upon doing all the packaging. But all these Voriki parts kits have the canister smell. I kid you not. They have the canister smell. Yes. So you can relive the memory with this new memory sub-theme that I have introduced into Ascending Depths. So if you want to go ahead and be one of the lucky few, be sure to go ahead and grab yourself a Voriki, because you might get lucky and get your hands on a shiny Voriki. But that is all for now. And back to the video.
In video format as well. So if you guys have difficulty with instructions, I'll be sure to include a actual video of how to build Voriki. But I believe that is all for now for the Toa of Electricity. Now, in terms of story-wise and where they fit into the story of Ascending Depths, this is tied to a time before time, let's say, and not the one that you are familiar with. Perhaps even within the time of times. But again, if you want to learn more about it, I highly recommend you checking out Ascending Depths Media. Link in the description down below, or you can go ahead and be sure to purchase yourself a Voriki upgrade kit available at ascendingdepths.etsy.com. But I believe that is all for now. Thank you for sticking with me all the way to the end here, and if you want to see more custom builds from Ascending Depths, let me know. Anyways, see you in the next video. Bye, guys!